Hey guys, I wanted to get back to this Wizard of Oz thing that I was doing, so I decided I was going to get on camera today. Not that I'm doing it every day, but I promised myself I would do it today. So I'm starting with Taurus because I love Taurus people, and I actually don't have any Taurus friends, but anybody that I've given readings to that's a Taurus, I really, really like. So the setup is not ideal because in a shocking turn of events, a tripod that I got at Five Below broke. So I've spent like an hour and a half just like trying to make this look somewhat decent. It's so much harder than it looks, guys. I don't know how you do this. But anyway, okay, so Taurus, whatever picture that you are the most drawn to, we're going to come back and ask a question. Try to be specific, and I'm going to give you an answer. Anyway, to make up for this awful display, although Generation X Grit, I have the sign in my lemons, and you can see it now, and I just thought of that on my own. So I'm going to do a live poll to make up for it. So, all right, we're going to start with the apple, which you can't see right now, but it's in front of me, and that's what's important. So we're going to do the apple. Taurus, apple people. Okay, well, two fell out already, so Queen of Wands, Page of Swords. Remember, these cards mix me up because they have, forget it, let's just not even go there. All right, so I don't know what your question is for the apple, but you're no nonsense right now. You are no nonsense. Not really caring about what people think about your decisions. And I think it might have something to do with some information that you received. And my feeling is that you suspected that something was not what it seemed. And you pursued the answer, and you didn't do it with any shame whatsoever. Two came out. Wow. 10 of Cups. Okay. Let's get your message card so I can get more information. But I do want to intuitively just say what I think this is. Wow. Metatron. Okay, this is Metatron's my dude. I have this little statue right here. Love you, Metatron. Okay, Metatron's my wheelhouse. All right, this message is for somebody. This is about love or a crush or something like that. So the person that this message is for has been on really good behavior with someone, as we all are, like when we're first dating. And you have been really keeping your feelings for this person under wraps, which makes me think that maybe you work with them, or maybe you're divorced and you know them through your kid's school or something. There's something about it that you're being extremely cautious, but I think maybe somebody must have told you that this person is single and that maybe they asked about you, maybe one of the PTO moms or a coworker, and I think you deserve this. So someone's coming towards you, and it's somebody with a huge heart. It's somebody that I keep getting schools, that's coming into my mind. So maybe because it looks like I was working on my science project, but no, I'm getting an academic vibe. So this could be an assistant professor or something like that. But the person that I'm talking to in this reading, you like this person, and you have wanted to maybe flirt or kind of take it to the next level, but I think for some reason you don't have all the information on it. You didn't have all the information on this person, so you didn't want to do anything that you would regret. But you got the information that you needed, and you have been working on yourself. I think you've been taking care of yourself, giving yourself love, you know, being like the best mom in the world to yourself, you know. And so you earned this because you're attracting in something that is on your wavelength. And I always think of Metatron as, why do I always think of like mafia references when I always think of like The Godfather. I don't know why, guys, weird. And please don't get offended if you are, whatever. But I always think of The Godfather and like his people that, like, you know, his right-hand man, whatever, that he like whispers something to, and then he goes and does whatever he has to do. Metatron, he like kind of watches out for everything and just makes sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Like if you've called in something, if you're trying to manifest something, that's only part of it. You also have to take the steps towards your manifestation, and you have done that. And I think you put yourself out there. You may have even asked this person out on a date or asked them for their number, something to that effect. This is going to be a wonderful thing for you. The person that I'm talking to doesn't have the most awesome history with love. I don't know that that's been an area of your life where you've ever really had it great. And this is going to be great. And one of the reasons I know that, not that you can see it, but, so here's your first card. You can see it's in black and white. The next card's in color, and the next card's in color. And that tells me a whole lot. It's like you were living in black and white, and when you meet this person, you know, you're going to be in color. I do feel like this is somebody that you work with or somebody that you know in some sort of professional capacity. But this is like, Spirit is like a little matchmaker for you, and this is going to be exciting. Now, if you're not looking for a relationship, too bad. If you're in a relationship already, you know, if you're in a long-term relationship or even in a new relationship, all relationships have their ebbs and their flows. Is that how it goes? You know, ups and downs. I don't know if that's the right term. This is going to be a good time for you. There's no other way to see it. I mean, even the cans are in the shape of a heart. So, yeah, great stuff for you, Apple people of the Taurus variety. I will be right back with the shoe people, for the shoe people. Okay, shoe people, I wish that I could show you the shoe, but I need to look at it. So, all right, let's see what we got. Spirit, messages for Taurus. Thank you. Okay, we'll go back to that. Let's pull some cards. Taurus. Nice. Okay. I can say that you might be purchasing too many pairs of shoes. It's just my opinion. Let's see what happens. Three of Pentacles. You know, I was doing my continuing ed tarot credits today. With like, I think it's Minnow Pond, Chris. But yeah, it was like intense. Polishing up on some tarot stuff, because tarot is really not my first love. It's just a way. It's one way that I speak to spirit. But I learned a lot, and so I have a little bit of a different, hope that's the right name, Minnow Pond, shout out to Minnow Pond, I learned something new today about the Three of Pentacles. So let's see. Interesting. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. Five of Pentacles. Okay. You know how I know this is real? Because I really want to give you guys the best messages ever, and that doesn't really matter. It doesn't work on me either. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is a lesson. Or, you know, and then this may not resonate with you, right? I mean, you pick the shoe, but maybe this isn't your message, but it's a message for someone. And this is something that you can avoid in the future. So you're starting out with the Three of Pentacles, and then you move into, I have to just move this, guys. This is really, and then you're moving to the Five of Pentacles, and then you're moving to the Two of Pentacles. So, and your card, your message card is financial constraints. So okay, so I'm just gonna say what I think. So this is about somebody who got involved in a venture of some kind. This could be a small business, some sort of investment, or a project. It could have even been a creative project, but it's involving another person or two other people with different styles. And seems to be that one of the partners or the team is like super controlling. Maybe doesn't play well with others. And, you know, this is like a big thing that I see businesses do a lot, and it kind of drives me crazy. It's just not my style. And here's another saying that I'm probably going to get wrong, but you'll know what I mean. You know that saying, like, that's penny wise, but pound foolish? That drives me nuts. It's like you're going to end up spending more money over time. Just get something of quality and you could have it forever. It's something with that mentality. And it's interesting that you picked the shoe, because we could all get in trouble with that. But it's almost as if there was a stingy approach to whatever you guys did. So maybe the fee structure was wrong, if you know, or, you know, there was too many fees, or something with the auto payment was not friendly. This could be a online business. It's almost like, you know, people went in on a project or a business. They went in on something together. Not everybody is an equal in this, so maybe somebody invested more than someone else. But that's like not even the person who's being super bossy. I'll just give you some, maybe this will mean something to you. You know those Biscoff cookies, or Biscoff? That just pops into my head. Mr. Coffee. Collectibles. The toy collectibles. Like Star Wars, or like cards or something like that. So it's some kind of adventure. And basically, you know, I don't think that anybody really expected that it was going to be profitable right away. But it's almost like you were too cautious with the launch or something to that effect, and things didn't go as planned. So one of these partners was like bought out or kicked out, and now it's like they're starting from scratch again. But you've learned a lot, and you're going to do it differently this time, and perhaps that was meant to happen, because it seems like this is a good idea, or this is something that's going to take off, and it was just the wrong. You know, so many things have to go right for any small business to be successful nowadays in this economy forever. This could even be like a restaurant or something, which is like one of the hardest, industries you could be in. That's the right word. So now, yes. So now there's a balance that you guys are bringing into it. So I think that you're bringing in more people, maybe spending a little bit more so that you get it right. So maybe you've sought out like a business financial advisor, or you may have even hired like a bookkeeper, and maybe you can't even afford that, but you did that, or you have someone doing billing. So right now I see that you're like trying to balance like your profit with your investment, try to dig yourself out of this a little bit. I definitely feel like this is only going to get better. I do feel like, maybe you were in the negative, for anywhere from 5 months to like a year. It may have even affected some friendships. Like maybe the wives don't talk anymore, or I don't know what it is, but you're coming out of this. And even if you don't want to think about the balance of this card or anything that it implies, kind of trying to balance competing interest type of thing, even if you don't want to even think about that, if you just look at the card, it's Glinda, the Good Witch. And she's creating bricks of gold out of the sky. Maybe gold is significant. I mean, gold is significant. But maybe it has something to do with that. So something went south here. This is a very specific message. And it is getting better. If this person who is taking control and making decisions from a scarcity mindset and not from like love and from a place of, let's just say it in like business terms even, somebody who doesn't want to provide the value that they're charging for, or somebody who doesn't want to invest in proper training or pay people what it would take to not have turnover, whatever it is, that's getting addressed in the near future if it's not already. And I do think that maybe even in the future you might like look back on this and go, you know what, it was horrendous, but thank God, because we got everything together, and when we launched it the second time, or when we tried this new iteration of whatever it is, it was very successful. That's your message, and good luck with that. All right, we'll be right back with the poppy flower. I don't know why I can't find the timer on this. Actually, I'll tell you why, because my daughter's not here, and she helps me with this stuff. Okay, last but not least, the poppy flower. A couple of things did pop into my head before, like just now when we were talking about the shoe, and I was thinking of a franchise, like maybe a gym or something. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have the right partners, you got to nip that bud like right in the beginning, and I do think that's what's going to happen for you. Okay, but this is for the poppy people. Okay, Taurus Collective, Spirit, can you have a message for or answer? Popped right out. Okay. Happy family. Huh. What a great card. Number 4. It's a really cute card. Okay. Is this something that you want? Or is this something that you have already that's on your mind? This could just actually be about your family, not like your spouse and children or anything like that, but it could be about like your family, the ones you can't choose. Oh, that fell out. Okay. The Hermit. Jeez, I'm getting messages about this. I want to see what the next card is. Yeah. This message is for a couple, or it could be roommates. Excuse me. You could live with someone, or it could be like your spouse, or, significant other of some kind. One of you guys is unemployed. And I think that the one of you that is unemployed is proud, and it wants to contribute, and it's caused tension in the relationship because what are you going to do if you're the person who is employed? It's like you have to work, but it's like you can't win because you're working really hard, and then you come home and it's like your roommate, or we're just going to say boyfriend or girlfriend, or they, them, whatever it is, person that you kind of split the bills with, they're like depressed, and they may be looking for a job, or maybe they got injured on the job and they're like trying to work that out. They might have to go on like short-term disability or something like that. So they're in a little bit of a rut. However, this could be flip-flopped, of course. You are not in a rut. This is like you're hitting your stride with your thing. Creep. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, you are, you're feeling yourself. You're doing great, and you earned this. I don't know if you got a promotion, or I feel like you might be in like the beauty, or like you might be a stylist or something. You might do hair. Probably pretty good at it. You might be a colorist. You might be like an I can't say the word. The people who give you like facials, something like that. So I feel like a portion of your income is like commission based, or maybe you get a bonus structure. So this is like a huge impact. I do feel like maybe there's some kids in the situation here too. And if this is like a blended situation, maybe it's not your children, but it's like your, significant other's child or children. There's good news. Justice. So, because I know for a fact that this, person who's in hermit mode because of what happened, okay? I have a feeling that something's coming in for them. So this is a severance, or they found a different job. Maybe it's better. Maybe they're making more. Maybe they have better hours. Or maybe they were in something private and now they went into a publicly traded company and they have like a great pension and a 401k and like life insurance, and it's going somewhere good. Again, this is like a detour, and I feel like Spirit's doing that with a lot of people. It's like things are changing, people are ascending, people are like leveling up, and it's like, okay, listen, you asked for this thing, I'm in a position to offer it to you, can you handle it? So whatever this is that you're going through, if this is a very good friend or a family member that you're living with or sharing expenses with, this could even be somebody that you used to be married to, maybe you co-parent and they're not pulling their weight. This is not your story if they just threw their phone at their boss and walked out, or something like that. This is somebody who is really working hard, doing everything right, and for factors out of their control, they lost their job, and it really hurt them, made them feel useless, made them want to go into the basement and maybe play Madden and act like they're 17 or something. It's not a good look for anyone, but understandable under the circumstances. And here's what Spirit wants you to know: you deserve everything that you have earned. You've worked really hard, and so has this other person. They've worked hard too. But just because things are going well for you, and I don't even think you're making enough to cover everything for the both of you, but if things were under normal circumstances, you guys would be doing well. So and Spirit wants you to celebrate that, because there's something to that. It didn't happen by accident that one of you guys had this unfortunate incident with work, and that you're really stepping into your own at work. I think that this empowered you to, like, you know, come to play, like, you know, really not take any shit anymore at work or something. And also, maybe, you know, the other person was more outwardly, like, financially successful. And, you know, you didn't get those props. And now, like, you're like, hey, you know, I'm not doing so bad. So, yeah, you guys are going to be okay. You're in a tough time, just like a lot of other people. But there's going to be justice for the situation. And I just know from this happy family, right, that the justice is not going to be against you guys. So you're going to be out of this soon. So I hope you enjoyed that, Taurus. I do love you guys. And this is the first, you know, sign that I did this, you know, in front of the camera reading for. So you guys should be honored. I love you guys a lot. I hope you enjoyed this. I will try to edit it to not look like the way it's going to look, but, you know, I'm going to do my best. Progress, not perfection, right? All right.